Hey guys, Joe Tactical here. Just going to show you a little piece of gear that can be very helpful in a lot of different ways. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of the specs about this, and then I'm going to tell you a couple of my ideas you could use it for. But of course you could use it for whatever you want it to. It's a Nite Ize S-beaner. And basically what it is, it's like a carabiner, but it's shaped like an S. So, no surprise on that. It's for attaching gear. Okay, we'll flip it over. It says not for climbing, so don't climb with it. And it says number 3, 25 pound, and in parentheses it says 11 kilograms. It was made in China. Okay, now a couple things I see this as being is, one, you could have it for your backpacking. For example, I have the JanSport Merit, and I have a mesh pocket on the side, but the compression straps don't unbuckle, so you can't feed the compression strap through the loop on the Nalgene bottle. And to me, that's kind of a big thing where I want to make sure that my bottles don't fall out. So what I do is I have one that is designated for this purpose. It is attached onto that webbing on the backpack, and then this attaches to the loop on the Nalgene bottle. This then gives me that secure capability for not losing that bottle. Okay, another thing you could use this for, seeing how it's a 25 pound weight limit, and first off, before I even get into this, it's your responsibility to make sure everything you're doing is safe. Okay, it's not my responsibility to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, if you got into a pinch, and I wouldn't want to do this, but if I had to, I could. Basically, if you have a loadout vest, some type of tactical vest where you have some type of mounting capabilities on the shoulder, I would kind of steer away from the MOLLE loops, but if you had to, you probably could, but it would be a lot of tension on the stitching for the MOLLE webbing. Okay, but if you had one of those attachment points with like the metal or plastic D-rings, and I think Blackhawk actually has a similar system, you could use this on that D-ring or attachment point on the shoulder, and you could actually hook it to your primary, your tactical rifle, whatever you want to call it, your primary weapon, and you could attach it to the sling. Okay, or if you got in a pinch, you could have one of these attached to the shoulder D-ring, use 550 cord, and then get another one of these and attach that to the attachment point on your rifle. That would be kind of the poor man's sling that should hold the weight, seeing how it says 25 pounds. Again, it's not my responsibility. Make sure you do all your gun handling safe, and again, it's not my responsibility, it's your responsibility. Okay, now another thing, if you guys are familiar as far as like those key separators, basically you got house keys, car keys, whatever, you got to switch them out, separate them, whatever. I really think this would be the upgraded replacement for them. I know I used one of those key separators years and years ago, and I actually had my keys in my pocket, and the ball bearings inside that key separator disengaged and basically separating those keys. Now I found that out when I reached in my pocket, pulled out, grabbed some keys, pulled them out, and only half my keys came out. So, and at that point I discarded that system and used it for something else that really wasn't that big of a deal. Okay, but this would definitely work well in that. And also you could attach it to other things. It's a little more versatile if you had to do that. Also, you could just keep it on your key ring if you needed to have it with you, or you wanted to hang your keys on something, or your belt loop, or whatever. I wouldn't really recommend that, just because it could come off a little bit easier, but you could do it, and it probably would be okay. But for me, I'm kind of I always go the extra mile just to secure my gear and make sure I double and triple check things. But this is definitely a real good piece of gear, and it's the Nite Ize S-beaner. And if you have any questions on it, please feel free to drop me a line. And I would appreciate any constructive criticism, as well as any videos showing me different ideas for this, because it's like I always say, let's all learn from each other. And I mean that in every way, shape, or form. I know I put out a lot of videos, and I try to help people out as much as I can, and there's a lot of my viewers that I have done that for, and I'm sure that they would tell you I've done research for them when they ask me something, just because I feel that's what, if they can't find the answer, I try to do. And if I ask somebody a question, I appreciate it greatly if they do the same for me. And that's what like basically drives me with these videos, is I'm trying to, teach other people what I know, because I learned so much from the videos that they do. And how much more simpler can you say it is? Let's all learn from each other, because life's a learning road. So I'm going to shut up now, let you guys go about your day. Subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine. Just glad you guys are watching. Have a good day. Joe Tactical out.